Hey guys, you're with me, Kevin, your scuba professional, and today we're here to review the size differences between the Garmin Descent Mk2 and the Garmin Descent Mk2s that we've got available on our site. Garmin have just released the Mk2s, which is S for small. It is the smaller version of the Mk2. So let's dive on in to take a closer look. First thing we can see when we go overhead is the screen of the Mk2s is smaller than the Mk2i. However, the Mk2i and the Mk2s do have a very thick bezel area around the outside, but the real estate of the screen on the Mk2s to the standard Mk2 and Mk2is is very, very similar. I reckon there's only about 1 millimeter in it between the two screen sizes, but the bezel on the Mk2 obviously a lot bigger. If we turn on the back side to have a look at the units, you can see both units come with the new heart rate monitor or wrist-based heart rate monitor. So that's the same. Your charging clips are the same as well. It's just the size of the unit itself. If we turn the units to the side, you can see the Mk2s is a lot thinner than the standard Mk2. We'll do a number of still photos just to show you the close-up differences between the two. But just generally, it's a lot more compact. The buttons on your Mk2s are a lot closer together compared to the Mk2 and Mk2i. The strap is a lot thinner than the Mk2i, and lengthwise, when I put them together, it is a shorter strap compared to that of the Mk2. They both come with the quick release clips, so if I flip that over, you can see just how easily you can remove and replace those clips, but we're just mainly looking at screen size. Over here you can see that it is a lot smaller compared to this unit over here. So let's just bring in a few of the other units so you can have a better size comparison. Here I have a Fenix 6, which probably fits just about in the middle of the units. Here is your Garmin Descent Mk1 unit. You can see that is bigger than the Fenix, but it is smaller than the Mk2. And then for a direct comparison to another unit, here is one of the Forerunner units. So size-wise, I'd say you'd go Garmin Forerunner, the Garmin Descent Mk2s, then onto your Garmin Fenix 6, and then your Mk1, and then your Mk2 being the biggest, and they just get millimeters smaller as you go further down. So we'll take those out the way. There, so back to your comparison between the two. I often get asked, can a guy wear the Mk2s? And the answer to that is yes. It's still big enough to wear. One of the things I did find was the corner over here on the Mk2 did tend to bump this wrist bone over here when I was doing quite a bit of exercise. Diving, I didn't notice so much. However, when I was out mountain biking and running, I found that it did hit that section over there because of its size. So from an all-round sports point of view, the Mk2s would be a bit more comfortable to wear. So now that we've had a look at these units close up from the overheads, we've got the comparison between the Mk2 and the Mk2s. The S being a bit smaller than the Mk2. It can be worn by guys and girls depending on the colors that you get the units in, but the functionality between them exactly the same. Garmin have done very well to build in all the functionality of these units. They're all exactly the same, with the exception of the Mk2i, the titanium version, has air integration. The Mk2s currently without air integration technology, but it can be worn by guys and girls. Price points on this unit is really, really good at the moment, so I believe it'll be a very popular unit. We will do a whole bunch of pictures at the end of this video with a whole bunch of close-ups for you to compare the units in more detail. Understand it's quite difficult to do a direct size comparison on video, but we've done the best we can. So that's it from me, guys, and I look forward to seeing you really, really soon in the water. Over to the photos and enjoy.